In this next phase of the get up, where we're going from the elbow to the tall sit, I'm going to be changing my body around quite a bit to illustrate a few different concepts that go along with this phase. This could be the simplest phase of the get up, but we're going to build on the concept of turning the body into the elbow as we come up to the elbow initially. And we're going to continue to work on shoulder packing. So to get up to the tall sit, you're going to get tired of this, but it's worth repeating. Grip, stack, pack the shoulders, big belly breath, roll as one. Set the leg, set the free arm, set the bent leg, get tight and arch, big belly breath, trigger, and I've floor pressed. I'm going to grab the post, push, pull, and turn. Up to the elbow. Now, to get from here up to the tall sit, I'm going to place my palm on the floor, and I'm going to corkscrew my palm as I come up to a seated position. Unscrew, and I'm back down to the elbow. So, what I'm doing with this corkscrew is as I turn my fingers back, I'm making sure that my shoulder blade on that side is packed. Something that's going to help me here is to not just sit on that arm, because then my shoulder's unpacked. It's just squeezing my trap. It hurts like hell. But if I am pretending as though I'm being lifted up by the bell, like somebody's grabbing the bell and pulling me up towards the ceiling, that shoulder naturally packs. Unscrew and come back down. Push off that post. And I'm back down. Cover, roll, unstack, drag it around and repeat. I'll show you from the other side here. You'll probably have a better view here anyway. Grip, stack, pack, big belly breath, roll as one. Set, 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 get tight, big belly breath, trigger, grab the post, push through the heel, pull through the elbow, and turn. Corkscrew and sit up. Now, one of the things that I want to point out that's happening here is that my free arm that I'm sitting up on, my torso, the arm with the kettlebell, and my bent leg are all in one plane. What you should see is that I'm all in one plane except for this leg, my free leg, which is sticking straight out from that plane. When I come back down to the elbow, I'm still in one plane, and now my free arm and my free leg are both sticking out from that plane. But my upper arm on my free arm, my torso, the kettlebell arm, and my bent leg are all in one plane. Now I'm going to push through that post. That's where I get that crunch. And I come back down. Cover, roll, a couple of fingers from each side, drag it around, and repeat. It's important to remember those planes and bear those in mind when we're at the elbow and when we're at the tall sit, because maintaining that plane means that our shoulders are packed, and it means that the kettlebell is suspended by stacked joints. It's much easier for the body to maintain an isometric contraction and hold a position when the joints are stacked and simply can't go anywhere. These joints, which are initially mobile, are now fixed in place, and the bell is just pushing down essentially through these joints into the floor. But what we've got is a skeletal structure supporting the weight instead of muscles supporting the weight. We talked about how in the swing, fascia stretches and shortens, not relying on circulation as muscles do to perform work, but relying instead on elastic tension and rebound, a stretch reflex. In the same way, when we are doing a get up and we've got our joints stacked on top of each other, the muscles no longer have to really work to support the weight. They're just there to control the positions of those joints. So instead of worrying about how much weight is on the end of our arm, all those muscles have to do is maintain that locked joint. And that's a lot less work than actively supporting or lifting the weight. That's why we have to keep that plane in mind. That plane where we're on the elbow and everything's stacked vertically. Where we're on the palm and everything's stacked vertically, and the only thing that's out of that plane is this free leg. The bell's pressing down onto these stacked, locked joints. It can't go anywhere because I've got those joints locked in place. So those are your key concepts when we're transitioning from the elbow to the tall sit. First, it's corkscrewing the hand. Second, it's being lifted up by the bell. And third, it's maintaining this plane, which we initially established when we did the get up to the elbow. Okay, thanks very much.